Well, John, it's about 5 minutes after the top of the hour. It's probably a good time to start the call.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Let's do it. Take us in, my friend.
Yeah, so thank you for coming, everyone, for joining our webinar. My name is John Rickey, a strategic lead with Emory Day, and with us we have Joe Japp, president of Emory Day. And we are here to talk about VSLs, the video secret top marketers use to skyrocket their conversions. So something that we'll be discussing today is how videos are something that you need to be doing nowadays. It used to be an optional thing for your business, but nowadays it is a mandatory. If you're not doing them, you will be lost in the desert of marketing.
Love it.
All right. So who is Emory Day? We like to consider ourselves the best professionals, the best of professionals, technology and AI. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We have a diverse team, and we're doing things like full service marketing. And we also have our own dedicated AI-powered lead generation platform. We have 50 plus US-based team members, and we've currently served thousands of clients throughout the US. Our mission is very simple: to grow your business cost effectively. We'll use comprehensive marketing to generate traffic, which will convert your prospects to customers. So we've helped many businesses thrive throughout the years. We keep track of our wins and show them to you. We've helped businesses bring in 200 plus leads in 30 days. Businesses see 50% increases in revenues compared to the previous years. We also help potentially sell businesses as well that are getting ready to sell. Either you're entering retirement or just looking for the next scope of your life. We have a proprietary and self-made AI-powered dashboard. This is not a white label thing that everybody else uses. This is something we built from the ground up. It will help provide visibility and help you close more business with different tools to help with marketing, advertising, lead follow-up, lead capture, and managing your data.
All right. So let's go ahead and hop into why video is so effective today. So people no longer read long pages. They scroll or skip. And as we all know, audiences are conditioned to relax and absorb into content visually. And that's been something that's been in the works, right? Our streaming culture tells us that Netflix, YouTube, TikTok has trained viewers to consume stories and not text. And hopefully this resonates with your own kind of personal view on the world. It's just that much more fun to push play and have a video wash over us than struggle through maybe a 2 or 3 page case study. Same type of content, dramatically different delivery. So if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then what's a video worth? An interesting statistic tells us that this time next year, 80% of all the ones and zeros going across the internet will be for short form content. And it is just here to stay, so why not use it? Now, sometimes people really want to know, what is a video sales letter, a VSL? Well, first and foremost, it's important to say that let's not get too hung up on a definition, because a video sales letter is like one of those words that gets used for multiple different types of formats. And it's just not worth it kind of getting in the weeds. For me, a VSL is any video that tells a marketing story and drives action. And they fall into 2 basic categories: short form content. So this is what you normally see when you're scrolling through your feed. And it's incredibly powerful. It's 30 to 120 seconds, usually ads, social media. And we're looking for a call to action that is going to do something for the business. Learn more, schedule now. Now, beyond that, we might use this as an attention grabbing piece of the puzzle, but then we might, depending on the recipe, transition to a long form video. Now, why would we do a long form video? Because now we have to convey more information. We have your attention. So this can be 5 to 45 minutes. Now, back in the day, if you went to a timeshare presentation, you would have sat through this long presentation. And by the end, strangely enough, you might be thinking, this might actually be a good idea. Maybe I could afford this. So there are a number of coaches, a number of consultants, a number of businesses that use this long-term strategy to bring a point from someone being lightly interested to someone being fully convinced. Incredibly powerful. And again, that CTA, that call to action, is a little deeper in the process. Now we want you to get out your credit card. Now we want you to purchase. Now we want you to commit. But the thing that you need to remember is VSLs do the heavy lifting by merging storytelling, emotion, and that's so important, clear CTA. So we ask ourselves, how do we script it? First, start with strategy, then script and visuals. At Emory Day, for me, everything is about the script. It is literally the foundation of VSL. But it always starts with your persona. Who's your target audience? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to a busy B2B owner who wants more qualified leads? Are you potentially a little further down in the organization to a marketing manager who needs predictable conversions and quick wins? Or potentially you're in that owner, but you're in a different set of the ownership. Now you're in an e-commerce owner who's struggling to turn traffic into sales. Step 2, we want to use the 4 basic elements. Now, the 4 basic elements are the hook, which grabs attention instantly. So think of it as a billboard by the side of the road. You're driving, it's got to grab your attention to look over. And we know hooks all the time from TV advertising. They have to wake you up, get you out of that little malaise that you're in and make you pay attention. Daggers expose the pain and the stakes. This is crazy important. This is life-changing. I need you in this conversation. The unique mechanism shows you how to solve it differently. At Emory Day, we do it differently. Therefore, and then social proof, you back it up with credibility. It's so important to have people identify with people that you've made successful in the past. If it worked for Bob, it's going to work for Bill, right? Now, let's not kid ourselves. It's 2025. The reason why I say that is a luminary once said, this is the age to which mankind has dreamed and struggled for 1,000 years. It was credited to Alexander Graham Bell, and he was talking about the telephone at the turn of the century. Now, today, we have this amazing thing called AI, and most of the people on this call were lucky enough to be born through 2 of the biggest technology births ever, the internet and now AI. So use ChatGPT. We do? Of course we do. You can brainstorm hooks, analogies, bullet structures, speeding up creative testing. And if you kind of look at a marketing agency and go, that's not fair. You're using ChatGPT, you're using AI. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they? Everybody else is. Everything is speeding up. Why not? The 4 types of hooks that stop the scroll. Now, this is a little bit of a look into, the different ways that a video can be crafted. Again, the hook is what grabs their attention. The hook is what prevents the scroll. They say the first 3 seconds of a video determine 65% of its total watch time. Others say that your biggest challenge is not other ads, it's the propensity to scroll. So we're going to talk a little bit about the problem hook, where we lead with pain. We're going to talk about the secret style hook, where we reveal the hidden truth, or the stories hook, where we connect through a relatable narrative, or the promise hook, where we promise and show a desired future outcome. Now, the problem hook. Let's make viewers feel, oh my gosh, that's exactly my problem. Ever wonder why people click on your ad but never buy? It's not your offer, it's how you're telling the story. So, problem hook uses emotion, pain, and a promise of relief, states the problem clearly, evokes frustration, hints at a solution coming. One of the four approaches. The secret style hook example, spark that curiosity by teasing insider knowledge. There's one 30-second video formula top marketers use, and they'll never tell you because it converts up to 3 times better than the ads you're running. It creates intrigue. It challenges conventional wisdom. It promises the reveal of the secret message. But wait, there's more. Stay tuned. The story hook example humanizes the message with relatable storytelling. 3 months ago, I almost shut down my business. Then this one video ad changed everything. And it wasn't even filmed in a studio. It starts with conflict, builds empathy, and sets up that transformational arc. Now, this is a promise hook example where you paint a vivid picture of success. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how one simple video template turned browsers into buyers consistently. It's bold. It's outcome driven. It builds anticipation. Now, here's the beauty. I've just shared with you 4 great hooks. You'll get a chance to have a replay of this later. But AI already knows some of these fascinating pieces of the puzzle. So now we have to talk about the perfect call to action. How do we land this plane, right? How do we land this plane? So the hook gets them engaged. Now we have to start talking about the off-ramp. We have to start talking about what we want them to do. We want to translate the emotion that's created inside of this video into an action that hopefully pays the bills. So when we think about our checklist, we want to use action verbs. Someone once told me a long time ago, if you ever want to find a killer CTA, put the words I want to, and then a blank. If you say I want to book, I want to claim, I want to start, I want to watch, then match that CTA to the commitment level. So if you've only got their attention for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 60 seconds, you got to give them a low friction commitment. But if they're deep inside of the presentation, and we've been together for 45 years, so I want you to get out your credit card and I want you to do the one thing that you've been dying to do, which is hire us. So that commitment level is in direct relationship to whether it's a short or a long VSL. And whenever we can, we want to try to repeat that CTA 3 times at the intro, the midpoint, and the finale. Nobody wants to be surprised at the end with what is to be done. If I tell you, so today we're going to talk about our amazing services and how you can book a strategy session today. And then deep in the kimchi, this is what we do with our clients. So, if you want to, we'll be able to present you the opportunity to book that strategy session a little bit later. And then finally, listen, it's been a real joy to be working with you. Let's go ahead and click that button and book that strategy session now. So we always want to be thinking about what is that action that we want them to take? What is that action we want them to take? Now, many of you are like, okay, well, the body is willing, or the mind is willing and the body's weak. How do we get this done? So a lot of times when we're talking with our clients and we say, we're going to do a video, they kind of go, I don't know. Is this going to be hard? Do I have to be on camera? What does this mean? So first off, we want to just take the temperature down. Video and putting it together is easier today than it ever has been. You can do it without a studio. You can actually even do it without being on camera. And there's 2 options. Option 1 is an AI voiceover with a little bit of B-roll, and you don't have to be on camera. In fact, Out of 10 VSLs that we do for our clients, probably only 1 or 2 actually have the client on them, because it's also a little bit challenging to get that footage. And then there's a lot of anxiety, like, oh my gosh, is the lighting right? You know, did I sound right? So we want to lower that anxiety. However, it's very easy to do it as well. So you can do it yourself, set up with simple gear. And I won't get into a lot of the, you know, how you do it and what you do it. There's 1,000 YouTube videos for it, and there's lots of great advice. And the advice is changing because the technology is changing. You want decent lighting, and that's a whole nother conversation unto itself. You also want clear audio with the best possible background that you can. And then you want to put authentic energy into it, right? Nobody wants to be lulled to sleep because he's so boring, right? So bring a little bit to it. But if you want to know what I'm being recorded on right now, it's very inexpensive. That webcam eMeet is $100. It's a 4K camera. I'd like to believe it's pretty good. The mic, I believe in desk mics. I think I'll just bring it up into the frame. It's mounted, it's beautiful, it's simple, and it does a great job recording that voice. Super easy to do. Now, once you have some initial rough stuff, how do you edit and put it into post-production? If you don't have a team, no worries. There's thousands of freelancers who would love to work for you on a couple dollars an hour. Wonderful. And we have this amazing growth of AI platforms that could even create the video from the beginning. I have literally seen videos where I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that's AI, but man, they're getting the hands really good and the eyes really good. That's amazing. It doesn't matter how it's created. It matters that it's created. And more important than creating it, it matters that people see it. So whether you use Pictory or Runaway ML or Descript, I happen to like Descript because I tend to read and my eyes bounce around. And pro tip, Descript will actually AI your eyes so they're staring right at the camera and they're not looking all around like that. They bring them back here. It's pretty amazing. I mean, technology is just amazing. So go out and try a couple of different things. They almost all have free trials, and they're almost all something like $19 a month. So there's no reason to not get in there and have some fun. Now, if you want to know some of the tools that we use at Emory Day, one of the things that we like is that it's under, I think people aren't talking about it enough, it's Loom. So if you ever watch any of our lead gems, Loom is amazing because you can show a presentation and it'll put your beautiful face down in the corner in a circle. And that's great. We literally use Looms for everything at Emory Day. Sometimes if I'm thinking about this long-winded email, I'll just be like, I'm going to send you a Loom, because then you get a chance to experience it in video and I get a chance to just do it quickly, for lack of a better word. Again, we love Descript. I found it, and our team uses it to fix AI, to fix the eyes. Wistia, out of all the players out there, Wistia is probably the most flexible, bendable. It shows up all the time. People are sometimes like, well, Joe, I host all my stuff on YouTube. And you're like, yeah, but isn't the purpose of the video to have them take an action afterwards? If you show a YouTube video, what does that video end on? Really cool, sexy, fun videos that are algorithmically made to get their attention. So that user goes, oh, that was a fun video. Oh, now let me go look at cats and dogs and funny videos, right? So understand that the host that you use, not only does it have to be fast and cool, we have to keep them focused. There's a lot of hosting elements that also allow you to put a click to call link or button inside the video. After all, we're showing a video for a reason. There's tons of royalty-free B-roll. It's 2025. It's amazing that way. So now let's talk about, okay, so we built this thing. Now it's in the can. We've got it where it is. Please, please, please do not overthink it. I have seen people over-polish a video and then show it to 10 people. No, Don't worry about it. People like authentic. A few years ago, you thought every video had to be super polished as if a studio was creating it. Today, it's perfectly acceptable to be like, hey, what's up, yo, guys? I'm doing this video, yeah, and I'm wanted to show you around the shop and tell you how cool we are. Do not worry about too much post-production. How do we promote it? How do we get it out there? Well, there's advertising and there's boosting, and they are both effective. Now, if you think about advertising from a control standpoint, you're really inside of all the levers, full targeting, placement control. Boosting is when you take a social media post, you put it into the platforms, and the platform comes back and says, would you like more people to see it? Did you know you can boost your video for as little as? And this is coffee money, where advertising is more money. Let's say at $50, $100 a day, $150 a day, depending on our audience, what we're trying to get. Boosting is like coffee money. It's like that trip to Starbucks. You come out of Starbucks, it was $7, right? You can't even get away from Starbucks for less than $7. Boosting is $5, $10, $15, $20 a day. And the thing about boosting, and I'll just make a little bit of a plug, you work hard on your Facebook, you work hard on your Instagram, but you still only have 150 followers. When you post organically, not even the entire 150 people see it, actually fewer, like 50, 60% of them. Boosting allows you to take that 100-person audience and grow it to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. A little bit of cash goes a long way. But it's not as powerful as advertising. Less expensive, equally effective, but not as powerful as advertising. So if you think about it this way, you might have a VSL that's the bomb. You want to advertise it, but you might have lots of content shorts and other videos that you want to post. Now you're finding the best of both worlds. From an objective standpoint, advertising is optimizing for conversions and leads. From a boosting standpoint, it's more about lifting the ship, engagement, and views. From a testing standpoint, advertising, same target, A/B split testing. Boosting, not as much direct one-to-one type A/B split testing. But from a budget standpoint, both are great. One, advertising is an efficient cost per action tracking. And if you're not tracking conversions, you're really missing an opportunity to teach the platform how to go and get you more. Literally, Meta's like, okay, did I do good? Oh, you did good. You got 2 conversions. So you want more of those conversions? Absolutely. Go get them. Boosting, not as much. Doesn't really have the conversion tie back, but you're not spending the same amount of money. Best platforms to promote. Now, this is where we get into a little bit of a debate, because the hardcore B2B people say, but Joe, I'm a real company. I mean, I got smart people who make lots of money who are my decision makers. I should be on LinkedIn. And you're like, okay, but did you know LinkedIn can be as much as 5 times more expensive? Well, Joe, my people, they're too sophisticated to be on Instagram and Facebook. What? Really? They're not humans? So you're saying they didn't go to high school? You're saying they don't have kids? You're saying they don't have reunions? You're saying people don't wish them happy birthday? Who are you selling to? A bunch of clones? Of course they're on Instagram and Facebook. So when we look at that and start to unpack it, let's talk about what we really like. Meta is amazing at targeting. You can target on Meta one of 3 amazing ways. Number 1, industry and job title. That's cool. Number 2, interests. Wow. So if you have a job title of production engineer and you have an interest in, I don't know, plastics, right? Or you can upload a target audience, a custom audience. You can actually upload a list and it'll match 60% of that list in a custom audience. Imagine that. You upload your customer list, and then tomorrow or the next day, 60% of them are seeing ads for your business. Super simple, super easy. So how do we do it? Here's our kind of formula. We always bring everything to Meta first. Instagram and Facebook. get that VSL working, get the conversions rolling, get it humming. Then when we go to LinkedIn, we tend to boost a lot of LinkedIn posts. It just seems to work for us. And when we have a super special client that just for some reason, it really screams that they want to be LinkedIn and they're willing to put a little bit of extra money by it, we will absolutely advertise. Now, if you're thinking and wondering, Joe, why haven't you mentioned YouTube? Absolutely YouTube, right after Meta, before LinkedIn. Now, YouTube is amazing because the amount of data that YouTube has, it's Google. It's Google. They have Chrome, they have Google Analytics, they have Gmail. They know more about you than anybody else. So if you had to compare who knows more, Meta or Google, I don't even know who does. They say that Meta can actually predict that a woman is pregnant before she knows. Sure, it's urban legend. It's still fun to say. So when in doubt, always Meta, Instagram and Facebook. Next, always find your way over to YouTube. People go to YouTube to solve problems. If you're solving problems in your video, YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. LinkedIn, let's boost those posts. Let's also do some advertising in LinkedIn. But understand, it's a little bit more expensive. It just is. So the tip, run a VSL test with 3 different versions of the hook, to see which narrative drives the most watch time. Again, going back to that, the first 3 seconds will determine how engaged people are. How big is your billboard? How bold is it? What is your pre-roll? Are they slowing down? And that, my friends, is how you do VSLs right. So I would be remiss if I didn't say we love to do VSLs. We love to do VSLs for businesses. So if you're interested, please let us know. We would love to book a strategy session with you because we want to turn your message into momentum with video. So first, let me say thank you for the opportunity to share with you this content and for joining another great Emory Day webinar. We look forward to bringing these to you, and it has just been my joy and my pleasure. Have a wonderful day. Absolutely.